In 2000, Doyle McCormack brought his Alco PA shell up from Mexico, where it had been NDM number 18. He brought it up here to the Portland Roundhouse to do restoration, and it looked pretty much like this. Many years were spent on the restoration, trying to find prime movers, trucks, parts. It was able to make a run to Streamliners at Spencer a couple years ago, but not under its own power. Well, today, we'll call it 2023. It's ready to run the high iron again in the glory that it used to be, however, not in the same paint. Today, it's in all its glory. Doyle repainted it as nickel plate 190. Reminded him of the Alco PAs he saw as a boy racing through Indiana, Ohio. So today, one of our yard goats is going to help pull it off the turntable. I'm going to gas it up and fire it up. The guy in the front, he's so excited, he's leaning sideways. I'm going to take it down to the fuel rack. Spot it there. It's fueled up. Our yard goat's moved out of the way. Doyle's going to run it back and forth a couple of times. Just make sure everything's running right. Then they've got some excursion cars spotted. And then it's going to take a run down through the Oregon City area just to break it in. Just back and forth, make sure everything's working right. Let's see if we can sneak down there a little closer. Well, that's about as close as a man can get. And they're going to run it backwards. That is a nice looking silhouette. We'll sneak over even a little closer. Boy, that does look sharp coming towards you. All right, looks like he's getting ready to move out and get some cars. We're going to hop over and see if we can watch that. So out and on the main, the beautiful set of excursion cars, not all of them that the Pacific Northwest chapter usually uses, but quite a few. We're in a good spot to see them. And here he comes backwards. Been a long time in the making. Let's bring it up. That'll do. And for the first time since, gosh, probably the late 90s or early 90s in Mexico, it's pulling some cars. There's a tool car, yes dear. Willamette and Pacific coach. And then two of the beautiful X-Daylight cars. See if we can get see that moving through. We were able to catch it coming through some of the main alongside some of the Brooklyn Yard tracks. It wasn't exactly burning the high iron yet, but on a break-in run, nobody's going to complain. We headed south. We barely got ahead of it down by Mike's in Milwaukee. Wasn't worried about the 1% grade there. We got it going by the Oregon City elevator, looking up from Main Street. Hasn't been any PAs on there since Southern Pacific in the late 60s, still ran them on the Cascade till 67, 68. Actually up on a truck and got it coming through. Told him we'd put his version on here too. See what it looked like going through Oregon City. We got it going past the Canby Depot Museum. Moving out a little better on the main there. And we thought we'd head down to the valley and catch it in some nice scenery. Had to slow for Hito Hill around Aurora. Pretty tight curves there. Passengers 45. Down the valley it sped. Been a while since Mount Hood saw an Alco PA go by. Cows didn't care. Down by Jefferson. We hit some of the grades a little bit. And through some of that narrow trackage in Eugene. And the radio said they were going to stop it in the Eugene yard and turn it and bring it back home. So we thought maybe we could set up for that. And we got it moving into the Eugene yard. Not a bad shot from the overpass. So we used the drone to watch it leave. Then back up the valley it went. time northbound past Mount Hood. Running like a champ. Back through Canby, past the Depot Museum. Through the gorge in Kanema, heading for Oregon City. At the pace along Highway 99, the bluff. Got it northbound through Oregon City, going under the elevator. Easing its way up the Brooklyn sub. About 20 miles from home. Maybe we can beat it to the yard. I don't know. We got it easing through southeast Portland. We got down to the roundhouse just before it did. What a successful trip. It ran like a champ. That 240, the Alco 244 just purred. And it brought its excursion train back home safely to southeast Portland. That's all, folks. We'll talk to you later.